In today's video, we will talk about 10 signs that predict how long you'll live after 70. Watch closely, because some of these signs might surprise you. After you pass 70, time feels different. You've seen the world change again and again. You've watched people come and go. You've felt your own body and mind slowly shift in ways you never used to think about. At this stage of life, a quiet question often begins to surface. How much time do I really have left? If you've ever asked yourself that, you're far from alone. Many older adults in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand share that same thought. It doesn't always come from fear. Often, it comes from wanting to understand, to prepare, and to make the most of whatever time remains. What most people don't realize is that the body is already whispering clues about that question, not through fortune-telling or superstition, but through real, measurable signals that scientists around the world have studied for decades. Doctors sometimes mention these signs, but rarely explain them in simple, honest language. So today, we're going to change that. In this video, we'll walk through 10 scientifically supported signs that can predict how long you may live after 70, and, more importantly, show you where you still have the power to improve your future. This is not about scaring you. It's about giving you information so you can make choices that protect your independence, your dignity, and your quality of life. Let's begin. Number 1, your walking speed. The first sign is something you do almost every day: walking. It may seem ordinary, but your walking speed after 70 is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll live. Researchers sometimes call it the sixth vital sign. That's because walking involves far more than just your legs. When you walk, your heart and lungs are working to supply oxygen, your muscles are pushing and stabilizing your weight. Your brain is coordinating your movements, your nerves are sending quick signals to your feet and joints, and your balance system is keeping you upright. All of this has to happen in rhythm. If you can still walk at a steady, comfortable pace, especially if you can cross a street before the traffic light turns red, it's a sign that many systems in your body are still functioning well. In large studies, older adults who walk more quickly, relative to others their age, tend to live longer, stay more independent, and have fewer serious health events. A very slow, shuffling, or unsteady walk, on the other hand, can be an early warning that your body is losing resilience. But this is not a verdict. The important thing to remember is that walking speed is not fixed. Even gentle practice, such as walking around your neighborhood or down a hallway a few extra times a day, can improve your stride. Your body responds to use. The more you walk safely at your own pace, the more you tell your heart, your lungs, and your muscles, "I still need you," and they often respond by staying stronger for longer. Number 2, your grip strength. The second sign hides in your hands. Grip strength might seem like a small detail, but it's an incredibly powerful indicator of how well your body is aging. When your grip is firm, it usually means your muscles are still strong, your coordination is intact, and your nervous system is sending signals efficiently from your brain to your body. When your grip weakens noticeably, it often reflects a loss of overall muscle mass and strength. Scientists have discovered that weaker grip strength is linked to higher risks of falls, hospitalizations, and earlier death in older adults. On the other hand, people in their 70s and 80s who maintain good grip strength tend to live longer and remain independent for more years. Grip strength is like a window into your whole physical condition. The hopeful part is that you can improve grip strength even in late life. Simple actions like squeezing a soft ball, using light weights or resistance bands Carrying groceries with intention rather than avoiding the load or doing gentle arm exercises all help maintain and rebuild strength. You do not need to chase youth or become an athlete. You just need enough muscle to support your body, protect your bones, and help you carry yourself through daily life. Your hands tell a story about your longevity, and that story can still be edited. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment "success" below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, your ability to balance. The third sign is balance. It might sound simple, but balance is one of the clearest signals of how your brain and body are aging together. A very common test researchers use is the single leg stance. They ask an older adult to stand near something sturdy, lift one foot off the ground, and see whether they can hold that position for about 10 seconds. Being able to stand on one leg for that long, without heavy wobbling or a strong need to grab onto support, is a sign that many systems are still working effectively. Your brain's coordination, the strength of your legs and core, the health of your inner ear, and the sensitivity of your nerves. When balance is good, it often means your biological age is aging more slowly. Poor balance, on the other hand, is closely linked to falls. And after 70, falls are not just accidents. They are a serious threat to independent living and even survival. A single fall that leads to a broken hip or serious fracture can change the entire course of an older person's life. The encouraging news is that balance can be trained. Practicing standing on one leg while holding onto a counter, walking slowly along a hallway, placing one foot in front of the other, or joining a gentle Tai Chi or balance class can all strengthen the pathways that keep you steady. Better balance doesn't just prevent falls, it supports a longer, safer life. Number 4, the quality of your sleep. The fourth sign is your sleep. As people get older, sleep often becomes more fragile. You may fall asleep more quickly in the evening, yet wake up often during the night. You may find yourself waking earlier than you'd like, unable to return to sleep. While some change in sleep patterns is normal with age, poor sleep over long periods has a real impact on how long you live and how clearly you think. Chronic sleep problems raise blood pressure, increase inflammation, weaken the immune system, and speed up age-related memory loss. On the other hand, older adults who manage to maintain reasonably good sleep, even if they sleep a bit less than they did when younger, tend to have better cognitive function, stronger mood, more stable health, and a lower risk of early death. Good sleep after 70 does not mean perfect sleep. It means you are able to fall asleep within a reasonable time, stay asleep for most of the night, and wake up without feeling utterly drained day after day. If you snore loudly, stop breathing for short moments during sleep, or wake up gasping, this might indicate conditions like sleep apnea, which are treatable and, when addressed, can literally add years to your life. Protecting your sleep is one of the kindest things you can do for your heart, brain, and future. Number 5, how you handle stress. The fifth sign is your relationship with stress. At any age, constant stress is harmful. After 70, its impact is even stronger. Long-term stress keeps the hormone cortisol elevated in your body. High cortisol over time damages blood vessels, raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and harms the parts of the brain involved in memory and thinking. However, older adults often have a secret advantage. Many have learned to respond differently to stress. You may find that you are less interested in arguments than you used to be, less bothered by some of the small things, and more focused on maintaining peace and stability in your life. This emotional wisdom, knowing which battles matter and which do not, is powerful protection for your body. People who manage stress well tend to live longer and stay mentally clearer. They might use simple tools like slowing down their breathing, talking to a trusted friend or family member, leaning on their faith, walking in nature, or quietly choosing not to engage in unnecessary drama. Stressful events will always happen. That is part of life. But how deeply you carry them and how long you hold on to them makes an enormous difference to your long-term health. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment "success" below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 6, your social connections. The 6th sign is your level of connection with other people. Loneliness in older adults is not just emotionally painful, it is medically dangerous. Some research suggests that long-term social isolation is as harmful to health as smoking many cigarettes a day. Being chronically lonely raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, depression, cognitive decline, and early death. The opposite is also true. Older adults who maintain regular social contact tend to live longer, feel better, and keep their minds sharper. This doesn't mean you need to be surrounded by people all the time or become an extrovert. It simply means having a few steady connections, family members you speak with, friends you see occasionally, neighbors you chat with, a group you attend, or a faith community where people know your name. Human beings are wired for connection. Social interaction stimulates the brain, lowers stress hormones, and supports the immune system. Even if you are naturally private, finding small ways to keep in touch, phone calls, video chats, short visits, community groups, can make a real difference in how long and how well you live. Number 7, your sense of purpose. The 7th sign is whether you still feel a sense of purpose. Purpose is not just a nice idea, it is a powerful biological force. People who feel they have a reason to get up in the morning tend to move more, engage their minds more, take better care of their health, and report higher levels of happiness. All of these contribute to longer life. Your purpose does not need to be grand or public. It might be caring for a spouse, a friend, or a pet. It could be tending a garden, writing memories for your family, volunteering a few hours a week, or simply being emotionally present for the people you love. Purpose can be as modest as deciding, "Today I will take care of my home and myself the best I can." When your brain believes that you still have something important to contribute, something meaningful to do, it tends to fight harder to keep going. Purpose reassures your body that life is not finished yet. Number 8, your appetite and weight changes. The 8th sign involves your appetite and body weight. At 70 and beyond, sudden, unplanned weight loss or a sharp decline in appetite is often a red flag. It can suggest underlying problems such as chronic illness, digestive issues, depression, or systemic inflammation, conditions that may shorten life if they go unnoticed. On the other hand, a steady appetite and relatively stable weight usually indicate that your body is still processing food well, maintaining muscle, and supporting your energy levels. You do not need to chase a perfect body shape, but your body does need enough food, especially protein and nutrients, to preserve strength and resilience. If you begin to notice that food no longer appeals to you, that you become full very quickly, or that you are losing weight without trying, it's wise to mention it to a doctor. Sometimes small adjustments in diet, medication, or healthcare can correct the problem, and in doing so, improve both your quality of life and your long-term outlook. Number 9, your daily movement. The 9th sign is how much you move in an average day, not just whether you exercise. Many older adults feel discouraged by the word exercise, imagining gyms, intense workouts, or complicated routines. But when it comes to longevity after 70, what matters most is daily movement. People who move regularly throughout the day live longer than people who spend most of their time sitting. Standing up to make a cup of tea, walking down the hallway, tending to the garden, folding laundry, cleaning a room, stretching your arms and legs. All these small actions count. They keep blood circulating, maintain joint flexibility, preserve muscle mass, and improve how your body handles blood sugar. The worst pattern for health is long, unbroken periods of sitting with almost no movement. The best pattern is gently breaking up sitting time with brief periods of standing and moving. You do not have to be fast. You do not have to be strong. You simply need to move often enough that your body knows it is still being used. Number 10, your emotional outlook. The 10th sign is your emotional outlook, the way you see your own life and your future. One of the most surprising findings in aging research is that older adults who maintain a generally hopeful, positive attitude tend to live longer than those who feel bitter, defeated, or chronically pessimistic. Optimism in late life does not mean pretending that everything is perfect. You have lived long enough to know that life can be hard. Instead, it means being able to say, there are still things worth enjoying. There are still people I care about. There is still some good in my days. This kind of realistic optimism lowers inflammation, protects the heart, supports the immune system, and encourages healthier behaviors. Your body listens to the emotional tone of your thoughts. When your inner voice says, there is still a point to being here, your biology responds. It is as if your mind is sending a message to your cells. Stay with me. I still need you. As for final thoughts, these 10 signs are not meant to scare you. They are meant to help you see your life more clearly. Your walking speed, your grip strength, your balance, your sleep, your stress response, your relationships, your sense of purpose, your appetite, your daily movement, and your outlook all work together to tell a story about how your body and mind are aging. None of these signs is destiny. They are invitations. If one area feels weak, it is not a verdict. It is a place where you still have room to strengthen, adjust, and improve. You might decide to walk a little more often, to rebuild some strength in your arms and legs, to gently practice your balance, to take your sleep more seriously, to let go of certain kinds of stress, to reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a while, to rediscover a sense of purpose, to nourish your body more fully, or to practice a more hopeful way of thinking. You have more influence over your future than you may have been told. Even small changes started today can ripple out into extra years of mobility, clarity, and independence. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you learned something today, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us continue creating content for seniors around the world who want to live not just longer, but better. Grow wise. Live deeper.